My name is Bibiana. I work for SBA, Slovak Business Agency in Slovakia, and I would like to thank you all for joining us today. I hope this session will offer you valuable insights and practical knowledge you can apply in your business or in your everyday life. Before we begin, just a quick note. I would like to inform you that this meeting is being recorded, and I would like to also ask you to keep your cameras and microphones turned off during the presentation. And if you have some questions, thoughts, or comments during the presentation, please feel free to use the chat. And we will have a special space to ask you to answer your questions at the end of the event. Today's session focuses on a topic that has become increasingly important in our digital age: cybersecurity and information protection in business, but also in everyday life. No matter if you are an entrepreneur, employee, or just someone curious about starting the business, knowing how to protect your digital information is very important nowadays. We are pleased to welcome an expert in this field today, a speaker who will guide us through this topic, Mrs. Bibiana Žigová, Senior Manager for Information Security at TPA. Bibiana brings deep expertise in IT management, cybersecurity, and project management. She has extensive experience implementing and auditing information security systems based on international standards for information security, quality, and environmental management. Beyond her technical expertise, she is also actively involved in consulting and coaching in these areas of information and cybersecurity, as well as personal data protection. As a certified cybersecurity manager, Bibiana regularly contributes to professional discussions and publications related to cybersecurity and information management in business. We are very honored to have her with us today to share her experience and expertise. Bibiana, the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you for a very nice introduction. I hope you can hear me well. Good. So today's session, welcome to this cybersecurity world. I would like to tell you more about cybersecurity for everyday life. This presentation is basically for non-IT people, for regular people who are dealing with daily life, who are using mobile phones, notebooks, PCs, tablets for everyday life. And let's talk about how to stay safe online during your basic life. Let's talk about basic terms. Somebody is talking about information security, somebody is talking about cybersecurity or ICT security. It depends. What are the differences? Well, basically, information security is security which is maintaining the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. And you will remember this really easy because it's abbreviation CIA, which is quite common, but not for cybersecurity. Okay, so confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information without using information communication technology. So it's also about paperwork, it's also about data security. When we are talking about cybersecurity, this is really in the field of communication technologies. Okay, so it's everything which is in cyberspace, technologies, your computers, your servers, etc. And together, when we are talking about information security and cybersecurity, so we can talk all together about ICT security. Okay, ICT stands for Information and Communication Technologies. Let's talk about incident. What is an incident for us? Well, we can say that an incident is something what has a negative impact on our cybersecurity due to a breach of network or data leak or violation, which results to loss of data or limiting or denying availability of your services or digital services, right? Or which results in some threat. It's really necessary to report incident. If you are working in a company, definitely you have some IT guys available. So if in case of an incident, please contact IT guys. If you are not, so it's important that you report some incident. For example, if it's within a bank, you report it to a bank. Or if it's if you have at home internet connection, it's important that you contact your internet provider. Good. Cybersecurity objectives. So the main objective of introducing information security is about ensure work with information, right? In the company environment, you need to be consistent and you need to be compliant with legislation. You need to avoid possible penalties, and you need to maintain the credibility and reputation of your company by protecting the information and resources. Because cybercrime is today at the level of common physical crime. What are the basic threats which are right now within the world? It's basically ransomware attacks, which are attacks where criminals take control about your assets, and then they are wanting the ransom. So they want money or bitcoins, or if you will pay, it's not common that you will get the data. Then there are threats about distributed denial of service threats. It means these attacks are for accessing your servers. They want relevant information. This is really dangerous for e-shops. Then there are malwares. Malware is, or let's say, very bad software can damage certain devices, disrupt functions, right? And the malware was downloaded 10 million times by users only in EU, which is quite common. Very dangerous are also social engineering, so phishing threats. They attempt to exploit human errors, and this is really 82% of violation where human errors are available. Good. Threats against data. Attacks to gain unauthorized access and to manipulate data are really dangerous. 90% of these attacks were on servers. What is the legislation? We can talk about legislation in EU, in US. Every country has their own legislation, but there are common international standards and initiatives. As you can see, for example, ISO 27001 or NIST Cybersecurity Framework in USA. There are also Budapest Convention of Cybercrime, which was in the year 2001, signed by non-EU countries like USA, Canada and Japan. Then we have legislation within European unions. Very well known is NIS2 directive, GDPR, everybody knows. The newest is DORA, which is Digital Operational Resilience Acts for financial sector. In United States, we can talk about CISA Act, some very nice abbreviations like CFAA, HIPAA. You can read it through, and I hope this presentation will be available after this presentation for everybody, so you can then also read it if you will not get it right now. Legislation in Asia Pacific is also available in China, Japan, India, Australia, as well Middle East, Africa, right, Latin America. So everybody can find the needed legislation for the country. Good. Before we continue, I have from Regia that I need to switch on the camera. Well, it's not, this time my computer said it's not easy. Okay. No. Let's do it like this. Okay, let's continue with the camera and I will show my face later. Good. Fine. We have also cybersecurity standards. As I talked about ISO family standards 27001 to etc. Also TISAX for automation, automobile industry, for auto industry. Then FISMA, FIPS, NIST. So there are also standards which are not, let's say, legislation, but you can use these standards to increase the cybersecurity within your company. Good. By my opinion, one picture is more than 1,000 words. So let's go to examples how we can safeguard our lives and how to protect ourselves. This is a very nice example of a phishing suspicious email, where the email is very nice. You can see this is some email from Microsoft team, but as you can see that the email address is not correct, is suspicious. Then you can see that there are mistakes in some letters. Instead of small I, there is the letter L. You can see that the word Microsoft is also suspicious. And signature, the mail team. I am sure that your IT team or your colleagues will not make a signature to the email best regards the mail team or best regards your IT guys or something like that. So if you receive this email, this is really suspicious, and please delete it or report it to your IT. Do not click anywhere. This is a very nice example of a fake complete web address, where from the picture you cannot see that this is something suspicious there if you are, for example, checking it on your mobile phones, because you are not seeing on your mobile phone the URL correct, but if you open it on your computer, you can see immediately that the URL is not correct, and this shows some signs of a phishing scam. So please be careful if you are doing something on your mobile phones, because really the letters are really small and you cannot see it well. If you are doing something important, well, use your tablet or use your PC where the screen is bigger and you can see the letters better. Passwords is a separate topic. You can see here really bad passwords from year 2018, 19 and 20, and they are still used. So please, if you see some password here, please do not definitely use such kind of passwords, okay? Oh, this is a very nice joke, but it explains very nice how to make a good password. So if you are making some passwords, definitely please use letters, big letters, small letters, also some capitals, but not Washington DC, but capital letters. Use definitely some numbers and special signs. This chart is in German, but it means that there are available times when the hackers can take your password. So what is in the violet? So when you have only numbers, or when you have a password from only small letters, they can hack it immediately. What is in red color, it's only in seconds or maybe in minutes. Okay, so if you have only 10 numbers, it's only 1 hour to take your password for a good hacker. Okay, so use really strong passwords. Cybersecurity is not only about security of passwords or some usernames, but this is also about physical object security. So make sure if you have some office, or if you have maybe some, or even at your home, make sure that nobody can get into your home, or if that there is some camera system which can make some video, not like this, that this is really very bad protection. Backups. It's really necessary that you make backups. This joke is really sad joke, because you need to make backups even if you have some own personal data. You don't have to have server, really. If you need to make backups, use USB key or buy some external disk and protect your critical data. For somebody, critical data means office data or some accounting data, right? Or if you have e-shop, you need to have some also invoices. You need to have everything what is needed to run your e-shop. But if you are just like normal person, for example, your pictures of your family are really important to you, then do some backups, because it can happen that also your computer crashes. Not that hacker will hack you, but it's quite common that your computer will crash and you will have no backup. So really use some external disk. You can buy it for relatively small money. Well, this is a very nice joke for cybersecurity people, because we can do everything. We can defense, we can patch our systems, we can do monitoring, we can do all compliance checks, audits, we can have some super trooper servers in the server room. But if you as a user click on an email and just share your username and passwords, then really this is I would say this is not good, because then we need to work hard during nights and to do 24/7 to save the data. So every user is important. Not only IT guys are important in cybersecurity, but really every user. And just use your brain. Think about it, what you do, where you click. Do not click really immediately, and do not answer emails in a second. Read it through and then act. What are the best practice? These are really small letters, but as I said, you will have this presentation then available. So use strong passwords. Use unique passwords for each application. So please do not have one or two passwords which you are just rotating, right? Each application needs own unique passwords. Okay. Of course, everybody has tons or millions of passwords, so use password manager. There are some applications which are available on the market. Some of them are really free, they are open source, so you don't need to buy them, but really you can use password manager to save your passwords. Okay, where possible, use multi-factor authentication. Okay, so use something what you have, for example, mobile phones. Use something what you are. So if you are entering your mobile phones, use the face screen. Okay. Definitely very dangerous are when you skip updates on your phones, on your PCs, on your tablets. So do not skip the updates, because the vendors know that the updates are really important. They are patching the vulnerabilities, so updates are really important. Then backup your data. We talked about it already. Set a PIN code, passwords, biometric data for your devices. Okay. Don't get caught on phishing. Do not click immediately. Think about it, where you click, what data are you sharing. Okay. Even your IT guys do not know your passwords, and they don't need to know it. Okay. Okay, download applications from official app stores like Google Pay, Apple Store, etc. Okay, Use antivirus. Some of antiviruses are really free. Some of them are available, for example, at your home when you have internet provider. So ask your internet provider if they have some antiviruses. Definitely they have. Okay. If you are traveling, do not use free Wi-Fi. Okay, on the airports, in coffee shops or whatever. If you need really to use free Wi-Fi, then please apply VPN. Okay, so if you are checking your bank account, or if you need to check your emails, your private emails, or even your office emails, so okay, good. You can use your hotspots on your mobile phones to make some good internet connection. If this is not possible, go to free Wi-Fi, but set up VPN. Okay. Never plug a USB stick that you don't know nothing about into your laptop, because there can be suspicious malware. Okay. Here we have some trends. Okay, so I would like to encourage you to use various online courses or these events, for example, to know more about cybersecurity. Good. Read some good online news about cybersecurity. Check your colleagues or check your friends if they have some information, and talk about cybersecurity also in your private life. Use VPN services, okay, to if you are entering public Wi-Fi networks. With increasing of use of smartphones and tablets, it's really important to protect also smartphones and tablets, especially when your children are using your phones right now and you don't know where they click. Okay, so check the apps. Education and awareness is also really important. So if you don't have at your work some awareness program, ask your IT, ask your HR that they do some awareness program for you. Okay. If you really don't know what to do, ask people who are available at your company or in your life, who are a little bit more IT guys, okay? The use of MFA, which means multi-factor authentication, is becoming the standard. So everywhere when it's available, please set it. For example, if you are doing internet banking via your mobile phone, it's definitely needed that you have the second code. If you are paying something, that it's which signs it's really you who are paying the money from your bank account. Well, here are the examples of very good apps about the password manager. Okay, so you can use LastPass or 1Password or Bitwarden. Just Google. There are really few of them which are free of charge, so you don't have to buy really expensive technical applications. The same for VPN. Use NordVPN, ExpressVPN or ProtonVPN. I'm sure if you are in the office, if you are working in a company, that your IT is available for setting up a VPN which is correct for usage for the company. Okay. Use antivirus, Bitfender, Kaspersky, Asset, Malwarebytes, etc., etc. Really find the way that some antivirus is fine for you, and please use it. Make regular updates. For applications you are using in your daily life, use encrypted communication. So for example, for applications you are using and you would like to share some personal data or some office data, do not use unencrypted communication. Okay? Phishing protection. Of course, you can have some secure browsers. If you click to some phishing email, nothing will protect you. Okay. And mobile device security, also there is some Avast mobile security, Lookout. There are a lot of more, but this is just an example. For today's life, online shopping is really important. And before buying, check the e-shop if it is reviews from real users. check the domain and make sure that domain is original page. Yes, for example, some suspicious e-shop, do not buy nothing really from suspicious e-shops. Always check the URL of the payment page. Secure sites starts with HTTPS, and the letter S means it's really secure. If it's not there, that there is a lock image next to the address, so this means really that the page is secure and you can really use it, and you can buy from this page whatever is needed. Okay. Also, do not respond to unknown or suspicious messages or click on suspicious links. Do not do it, really. If you are not sure, for example, in email, if it's suspicious, ask your IT, or important email will come again. Okay. So if you are deleting some suspicious email and it will be not suspicious at the end, I'm sure that it will come again with some remembering that you didn't reply to a special something special, or just you didn't do what was necessary. Before clicking on social media, check if the store or brand has an official profile. Okay, look for reviews, experiences. Use two-factor authentication for payment. Okay, set limits on card payments, which will protect you from high losses. Some of banks in Slovakia, and I'm sure that also within other countries, offer one-time card. Okay, so you can use only one-time payment card for some payment, and then it's over. You cannot use it anymore. So this is also a nice way how to protect your own money. Okay. Prefer payment on delivery or through verified payment gateways. Activate transactions alert to notice unusual activity on your account. Okay, and if you are not familiar with these topics, and if you would like to ask something, there are consulting companies who can really advise you, who can make some gap analysis, who can really be for you. And this is also our offer for you if you will not be sure how to maintain standards, how to increase cybersecurity in your company, or even in your everyday life, in your e-shop, or whatever is needed. So just ask, we are here for you. We can make also some solutions according to legislation, not only Slovakia legislation, but really through European Union, through America, also in other countries. We can offer you our outsourcing of specialists in IT project management. Yes, we can train your people, so we can also increase awareness programs in your company or even for you. We have professionals for consultation within cybersecurity. We can do really assessments, we can do audits and whatever will be needed within legislation and with fighting with security risks. Okay? Okay, I think the presentation is right now at the end, and we have right now space for your question if some will appear.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Bibiana, for such an insightful and inspiring presentation. I believe we have all gained a deeper understanding what or how to improve our cybersecurity in today's digital world. Whether we are running business or working online or just simply navigating to everyday life. I also believe that we learned how we can start taking practical steps to better protect ourselves and our digital environments. To everyone here, if you have any further questions maybe or thoughts, please feel free to share them in the chat, and let's make the most of this opportunity to learn from each other and connect. So we will check the chat if there are some questions, and if maybe not. I can maybe be the first who will ask Bibiana.
And I will use the opportunity to show me. Okay, hello everybody.
So, hello Bibiana. Maybe in your experience, what are the first simple steps entrepreneurs should take to improve their cybersecurity in their business? Maybe many of our participants are self-employed or running small businesses. Could you share a few simple and budget-friendly steps they can take to protect themselves, or maybe could you share some common cybersecurity mistakes that are made nowadays?
Yes, definitely. There are also some free of charge things you can do. So the first is think about it, what you are doing. Okay, this is really free. Then use unique passwords. My recommendation is 12 letters, minimum 12 letters. One capital letter, small letters, numbers, special signs. Okay. These passwords, use the passwords, as I said previously, for each application, separate passwords. This is the best way how to protect yourself. Okay. If it's possible, then antivirus is fine. If you have, definitely, I'm sure that everybody has some computer, yes, or some mobile phone. If you have your mobile phone, use PIN code to enter the mobile phone or the face recognition. Okay, this costs nothing. Okay. If you have some business, some small business, definitely you don't need to have some IT employee, or you don't have to have some servers. I'm sure that if you are running your small business, you have some cloud services from your internet provider, for example. So if you are choosing the internet provider or your cloud provider, check the references. Okay? There are a lot of providers on the market who are really serious. They have very good cybersecurity. So just choose one who is serious and then ask. And I'm sure that your provider, internet provider or cloud provider, have really good and well trained people for cybersecurity, for IT. So just ask for what can they offer to you, and it's easy.
Thank you very much. And maybe to better understand, could you share a real life example or story where a small business or some business suffered a cyber attack and what they maybe learned from that situation?
Yes. You need to learn that every cyber attack, if happened, it's really expensive. Okay, it's expensive for you because you will lose your data. Yes. And this is really dangerous. Very nice and sad example from this year from Slovakia is the Slovak cadastre, where it was hacked and backups were there, but this was a problem also of really old infrastructure. So you have to make sure that you are also running your business on a good infrastructure. As I said, you don't need to have it at home, on-premise. Use cloud, but really good cloud providers to run your business. Then it's very common that a lot of phishing attacks are happening in companies where basic user, basic employee is clicking on a phishing email, and it's not dangerous if the user clicks. Okay, but it's dangerous when also the employee shares the data, the username and the password. Okay, so I encourage you, if you click on a phishing email, report it immediately to your IT. Okay, because the IT guys can still save it. Okay, do not share your passwords, your usernames. But if you just click or if you download a file and you are not sure, just switch off the computer and run to your IT. There is still a chance that they can save the company. Okay? So it's not good that if something happens you will be quiet and you don't tell anything about it to your colleagues or to your IT or to internet provider or bank provider. It's really important to run to them, to tell them what has happened, and there are still chances how to save your data, how to save your money, how to save your life, let's say. Okay.
Thank you very much. So when I was mentioning or when I was asking for some budget-friendly steps, the conclusion is that any step in cyber security or throat to cybersecurity is budget-friendly, because you mentioned that if you lose or if entrepreneur lose the data, it's very expensive.
Yes.
For them. So any step you take is like a budget-friendly.
Yes. Everything what you do is better than nothing to do. Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. And maybe I'm curious. We mentioned some backups or uploading data on the clouds. We should maybe check at first. But you also mentioned GDPR earlier. From your perspective, what are the most common misconceptions entrepreneurs have about GDPR and data protection? Because it's like it leads one to another, that you put your some data on cloud, and what about this GDPR protection?
Yes. Well, you need to think about it that everybody is dealing with personal data, even about your own, but you can have also personal data about your clients, about your friends. You have to think about it that also an email can be personal data, and you need to protect them. Okay, right? So it's not about big companies, big offices who are dealing with personal data, but also in your everyday life you need to save, to protect personal data. And how to protect them? You need to backup them, definitely. You need to save them and store them on a safe environment. Even it can be cloud, it can be your own server, it can be also your computer, but you need to make sure that your computer has, when you log in, that has some password, so if it gets stolen, it's not easy to grab the data from the computer or from your mobile phone. If you have a PIN code and face recognition, so even if you have data there, so it's not easy to get to them. Okay, so protect data, not only your own, but also data from your customers, friends, your business partners, even. Okay, so we deal with personal data, everyday life, every minute, everywhere.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I will check once again the chat, and if there's no other questions, maybe if we know everything about security by now, because I think through this session we've explored the basis of cybersecurity, and we have learned about the most common threats we face. We looked at practical ways how to protect online, so we can do better maybe thanks to this session. It's about using strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, recognizing suspicious link or messages, and safely navigating online shopping. So we gained also valuable insights in global and EU legislation, which is also important, and saw how international standards play a critical role also in keeping both organizations and us as individual secure. And whether you are a business owner, employee, or just someone interested in staying safe online, I hope this event helped raise awareness and gave you a few practical information. And if you maybe are interested in or to deep understand the topic, you can feel free to contact maybe Bibiana. We've shared her contact details. As Bibiana told you already, the presentation will be shared and available for you. I will share it with all of you who registered for this event. So thank you very much once again to all of you for being here, and look forward to seeing you at one of our next events maybe. And I encourage you once again to follow RE-FEM project social sites and websites to know what's happening in our project and about our next events. So thank you very much, and have a nice day which is ahead of you.
Have a nice day and think before click.
Thank you.